When will the Old Testament believers resurrect? When will the Old Testament believers resurrect? When will they also have their resurrection? We know that resurrection, we said the next event of God on this planet Earth, the next event on God's calendar on this planet Earth, concerning this planet Earth, is the rapture. The rapture is the next event, and it can come at any time, any moment, whether day or night. It can occur at any time. Nobody knows. Good. And we said at the rapture, those who are still alive, bodies will be changed, transformed, and they will get glorified bodies. And those who died in Christ will resurrect, and their bodies will go and unite with their souls that has gone to heaven. And those that are alive, the two of them will now caught up with Christ in the air. So the resurrection of the church will occur at the rapture. Remember that the rapture, Christ is coming to take his bride. Remember that the church is the bride of Christ. So the Old Testament saints are not part of the church. So that means at the rapture, they will not be part of the resurrected people. They will not be raptured, because Christ is coming back for his bride, his wife. So the church alone, and the church alone started in the day of Pentecost in Acts 2. So from Acts 2 till rapture is the ending of the church. So all people who died between Acts 2 till the day of rapture, they are what we call the bride of Christ, or they are the church. So when Christ returns at the time of the rapture, the Old Testament saints will not participate at this rapture, because they are not part of the church. Even though they are believers, we call them Old Testament saints or Old Testament believers. We don't call them Christians. They are not Christians. Christians are Christ followers, or those who accept Christ. But by then, there wasn't Christ in the Old Testament. Even though there were types of Christ, but we are not talking about typology. Christ himself wasn't there. That was the time that they were doing the sacrifice. So there was Christ at that moment. Okay, so